All right, now to give us more perspective on this, we're joined by Professor Peter Kuznick, who's a professor of history and the director of Nuclear Studies Institute at the American University. Is joining us live on this broadcast. Now, Professor Kuznick, for the uninitiated, could you tell our viewers as to why hypersonic missiles are said to be almost unstoppable at this moment?
There are a couple major factors that come into play with hypersonic missiles. Number one is the speed. They can go, the Oreshnik missiles go at least 10 times the speed of sound, or Mach 10. Number two is they're maneuverable. Unlike ballistic missiles, which follow a predictable trajectory and can therefore be easily targeted, especially in the upper range, the hypersonic missiles are maneuverable and therefore they're erratic and they can avoid the missile defense systems. And number three, they fly at a lower trajectory. So, which means that they arrive more quickly, right, and they're not at the higher range that is easier to target. So it makes them very, very difficult, if not impossible, like the Oreshnik Russian missile, to shoot down right now.
And also, do you think at this moment, there's so much talk about these hypersonic missiles, do you think it's something that can be countered by redesigning the defense missile systems, or is there too much hype over the hypersonic missiles at this moment?
From everything I've read, there is no missile defense system that is effective against them. So they can sometimes shoot them down. The ones that the Houthis are alleged to have used maybe go 8 times the speed of sound, but the ones the Russians have can go more than 10 times the speed of sound. So you have very, very little time, and they also have multiple warheads, many of them, which means that you don't know which. There can be a lot of decoys, and there can be multiple missiles launched out of these, or bombs or rockets, and so it's very, very difficult. This really has, as your report indicated, changed the nature of warfare. The Russians use their Oreshnik missiles in response to the Ukrainians using the U.S. ATACMS missiles and the British Storm Shadow missiles, and they had warned that the U.S. and Britain were crossing a red line, and they used this Oreshnik as a warning, as a signal to what their capabilities are, because there is no way the Ukrainians, with the U.S. or British support, can shoot them down.
All right, we'll have to that.
They can carry nuclear warheads. Fortunately, nobody's tried to do that so far.
That's correct indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Professor Kuznick, for joining us with that perspective there.
My pleasure.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.